Simmers, SimsEclaire here and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing another speed build for my save file. Now this one's a little different. So this home actually won't have any Sims in it, and it's not a starter home like my other one. So what I did was I created a starter home for Oasis Springs, so that way when you guys downloaded the save file, if you wanted to have your Sim live in Oasis Springs, there was a super easy home for you guys to live in because I am building on all of the lots. So there is no empty lots. Obviously I won't be offended if you do delete one of my homes because you want to build your own or something like that, but there is going to be at least one starter home in every world for your Sim to move into if that's the world that you wish to play in. But this home here is not a starter home, it's a show home. So as you know, the whole theme of Oasis Springs for my save file has basically been it's a newly developed town. It's being developed by the land grabs and Joffrey's real estate agency. Zara Probst, the sim that I created on Tuesday on my channel, and then her home that went up on Monday. She's the head salesperson. She's in charge of helping people create their dream homes here in Oasis Springs. And this home is kind of like the epitome of what their dream could be. So this home is right across the street from Zara's, and basically they have open houses or like open meet and greets, I guess. And she brings clients here to this home here, and she shows them around. She's like, look at how beautiful this area is. Look at how beautiful your home is. You can customize everything. You can create your own like interior designs. You can choose where all your windows are going to be. You can choose where all of this stuff is going to be, and you can choose how many bedrooms, you can choose how many bathrooms, you can choose right down to like the placement of the wall plugs. She's like, you guys can customize your homes. I'll be here with you the whole step of the way. And then after she shows them the home and shows them what it could be, I think that she would kind of like wine and dine them a little bit across the street. And I think that she would do that to kind of show how like interconnected the neighborhood is. Everyone's really friendly with each other. All the neighbors know each other. The neighbors talk to each other. They have parties. They interact with each other. So that way people could get a sense for like the community that they're moving into. Because I definitely did think that they were mostly selling homes in kind of like the middle ground area, which is where all the family homes are that I'm going to be building for this neighborhood or for this world. So I shouldn't say family homes because there's quite a few family homes in the affluent area too. I should say more like cozy style family homes, less very showy family homes. But anyway, that was my idea for this home. So there is no Sims living in here, and a couple of the decorations are very staged looking. There isn't a lot of clutter. In fact, there's almost no clutter. And they're like the plants, if I put a plant in, it's perfectly centered in the wall or it's perfectly centered on the table, because I definitely thought she would come in here before every shift or before every open house. She would fix all the plants. She would set up all her decorations and stuff like that. I also put a couple of things to kind of hint that this home is being used for business purposes. You'll see that when we get to the interior. But the exterior I wanted to keep pretty basic because this is going to be a home that they're showing. I wanted them to have perfect landscaping. I wanted it to be very neat, very organized, let them see like the epitome of what they could have. Very much bringing the like surrounding landscape, kind of like how Zara did hers, bringing in the surrounding landscape but mixing it in with some color, so that way the new Sims or the new people could see that they could have color if they wanted. They could add in different multiple types of plants, kind of like how the land grabs did it. And then in the back here there is two separate patio areas. I thought that she would kind of want to show off how you could either have an upper level patio or lower level patio, and like kind of the different styles that they offer in terms of decking and patio space. And the patio space, they're both a little small because this lot is smaller than I thought it was. So when I initially planned out my save file, this lot was actually supposed to be a park. I was gonna do like a super teeny tiny neighborhood like kid park because there's a couple of families that live in the affluent neighborhood, but one of the lots actually has like an in-game park next to it. Like, you know how sometimes in at least one in every world there's like an open world park where even if you're at your home in the game, your Sim can go to this park or this like ice skating rink or something like right behind their house. There's one of those in this neighborhood, and I thought that it'd be a little redundant to have a small family-centered park that I created if the game itself had one on the same side of the street. So that's why I decided to make this one a show home. And then you could kind of see by the front door there, I did place a little table with some business cards and then a notebook. I figured that they would have to sign in, so they would put their name, like the kind of family or the kind of home that they're looking for, the date, and maybe like their email address, because she wants to be able to contact them. And then she has her business card, her and Joffrey's business cards out to like give them her information and stuff like that. And then in here, it's a very open concept living and kitchen area. It's kind of similar to her home in the aspect of the kitchen and the living room are separated by a single wall, but this one does have the exposed beams, and I thought that that kind of differentiated it enough from her home and kind of mixed it a little bit more into the Mediterranean style that the Joffrey's home and the rest of the homes in this side of the neighborhood are going to be. And then a couple of decorations around here. Like I said, the home is very staged, so there's nothing too like cluttery about it. There isn't a whole lot of kid stuff lying around. There isn't a whole lot of cups and weird statues and like books and stuff that I always place in my builds. It is simply a plant in the corner, a light in the corner, and stuff like that. And then in here is the dining room. I did decide to give this home a dining room. Since it's a show home, I thought that they would definitely want to incorporate all of the different types of rooms that the family could have, and therefore they would want them to see. And it's a very simple dining room. I'm using the Seasons table with these spa day chairs, and I don't usually use these spa day chairs because I don't always like how they look, but I've been feeling them recently, and I think it's all the light wood tones I've been using, because if you notice, the majority of the interiors of these homes are very similar, and obviously I did that on purpose because they are supposed to all be a part of the same neighborhood, built by the same contractors and stuff like that. But I thought that these, I've been really feeling these wood tones, and I thought that these chairs matched them really well. And then over here is the kitchen. It's a very large family style kitchen. Not as much clutter as I usually do, just a couple of simple things just to show them how decorative it could be if they wanted it to be. And then we are going to end up placing like a pie chart, and I thought that that was kind of cool. I think it technically came from Get to Work, but it's basically this like pie chart, and I place it right next to the kitchen, and I thought that it could kind of be like the statistics of the neighborhood. So it's like, this many families live here, this many kids are in the area, this is what the schools are like, and I thought that would definitely fit in with them trying to sell this home. And then now that we're on to kind of this side of the house, I do want to tell you guys something real quick. So I did lose the footage for the entirety of the upstairs of this house, the one downstairs bedroom, and then the entire outside. I refilmed it, but I wanted you guys to know, in case you're like watching the screenshots and you're like, these pictures don't line up with what was in the video. It's because I had to redo it. So I know in particular the dark blue kids bedroom, I do a couple of different things. Instead of giving it a desk, I give it a dresser. But most of them I tried to recreate like verbatim. I couldn't remember everything that I was putting into these rooms. But yeah, starting here, this is all re-recorded footage. I'm not 100% sure what happened to the other footage. I think I might have overrided it with another build, because I built this home and then I started another specialty build for this world in the same day, and a part of me thinks I might have just accidentally saved them with the same name, because all of my files save automatically by date, and a part of me thinks that because I filmed them in the same day, something happened and the 01 and the 02 and all those numbers at the end got confused, and they just kind of overwrit the last part of this build. So I do apologize about that, but it's all pretty much the same. It's just these two kids' bedrooms, and I wanted to kind of show different ages without doing too much clutter, obviously, because this is a show home. So the one on the left I thought was definitely a little younger. They were probably a little bit more of a studious kind of, they were trying to show like your kid could be a whiz kid or something like that, whereas this one, the blue one, was definitely a little bit more of a older, kind of a little bit more rebellious. And then we are on to the 2 downstairs areas, and they're pretty basic, just a whole bunch of family sitting areas to kind of entice people with kids to move into the neighborhood. But besides that, that is it for this build, so I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye!